So happy Friday, everybody. Making your way down onto the back body. And as we begin this morning, if cobbler pose is accessible to you, that's the soles of the feet together with the knees right and left, I invite you to take that cobbler pose. And again, support under the thighs if you need support. It's early, particularly for our Western yogis. If that just isn't going to work for you this morning, take constructive rest. Feet wide at the edge of the mat and allow the knees to just come together, giving yourself some space into the low back. So as we make our way down, again, adjust whatever you're using under the thoracic so you have a nice heart lift. If you're in the cobbler pose, maybe take a moment to press the heels and the balls together of the feet and then flare the toes back. Just open the toes up and flare them back towards your shin. Then allow those knees to drop. There's nothing to hold up here. And if you feel like you're using your inner thigh too much, again, grab some support for the outside of the thighs. Traveling to the hips, take a little hip tuck. So we're coming, bringing the pelvis a little forward and in. We soften through the belly. Feel into the ribs. Kind of squeeze those shoulder blades together so that the top of the shoulders kind of fall down and away. Support the head so the chin is not jutting up, it's kind of tucked into the throat, allowing plenty of room into the neck. And then close down your eyes. Let yourself arrive. Let the body arrive on the mat. Let the breath fully arrive in the body. And let the mind rest on the breath, watching the breath come in through the nose. Fill up the chest, the ribs, and the belly. And then let the mind watch that breath leave slowly out of the nose as it brings a sense of relaxation into the body. Maybe the hands rest right at the belly or a hand to the belly and the heart. Relax the shoulders down, relax the elbows down. And just enjoy 5 full, deep breaths here. One more full inhale. Nice, slow exhale might be the only time of the day that you really can center on your breath and what the breath does to benefit your nervous system, your mind, relaxing the body. Whatever position your legs are in, if they're in cobbler, use your hands to draw the knees together. If you're in constructive rest, just heel toe the feet back to center, knees up, roll over to one side, and remove the props. Not too far away. And then come back down. Let's take that full body stretch. Feel into the body here. Point the toes, press the fingers the opposite direction. And draw both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze in. Again, feel that low back expand as you let the tailbone curl in with you. And then come to a flat back here and extend the left leg long and let it hover a couple inches off of the mat. So engaging that quad, engaging that left hip flexor, tuck in the belly, all those muscles necessary to hold the weight of that left leg, flex through the left foot and press the heel away. Draw the right knee into the chest, maybe take a little side to side movement, just feeling again the femur right into the hip bone. And then pause there, one more squeeze. And then let's switch it out. Let's bring the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg long, flex that right foot and hover a couple inches. Again, engaging that quad, engaging the glutes, engaging the hip flexor. Notice the upper body just for a minute. We don't want to bring any tension in. Again, the chin is tucked in, the jaw is released, and the shoulders are soft. Switch it out again. Hover the left, squeeze in the right knee. Again, switch it. Left knee in, right knee hovers. Come back to the right knee in. Take a moment, and as you squeeze the knee in, the left leg still hovering. As you squeeze the right knee in, maybe you add on here, picking up the shoulder and the head and bringing them towards the knee. So engaging the core just a little bit more. Notice your breath here. So squeeze in, and on your inhale, switch it out. Left knee in, right leg extends, shoulders, head off of the mat. Option 2, as we switch back and forth, to rest in between. Switch it out again. I'm going to leave my shoulders and my head up, squeezing in the knee, switching out and hovering the opposite leg. So just take maybe 5 here. Activate the whole front body and warm up through the hips. Notice your breath here. All right, finish that side. Draw the knees in. Hands plant lightly on top of the knees. Send the knees right and left. So just like you're doing a cobbler pose in the air, hands on top of the knees. Send the knees down towards the end of the mat as you roll more onto your tailbone. And then draw the knees into the chest to complete the circle. So circle the knees in one direction. It's obviously a hip opener, but at the same time, I like to bring my focus to the spine and the next massage all the way up and down the spine. Switch it out and take it the opposite way. Upper body nice and soft. And then pause here, squeeze in the knees. And then let's roll over to one side and make our way to all fours. We're going to come into our gate pose routine. I'm going to move just a little bit closer to you. Hopefully you can hear me. Thumbs up, okay? Yeah, good. All right. All right, gate pose. Left leg extends directly to the left, right outside of the hip. The toes point forward. The hands, spreading those fingers wide underneath the shoulders. Press into your palms. Spine is nice and straight. Scoop the belly in and up. Good. And we're going to just take some circles right into the left leg. So small circles, again, working right into the left hip. Reverse it for 5. Keep the breath fluid here. Beautiful. Come back now to a neutral extended leg. We're going to set the hips back. So drop the hips towards that right heel, not all the way to rest. It's an active pose. And come up. Good. Inhale sends it back. Exhale brings it forward. 3 more on your own. We move nice and slow. Again, we're holding the weight of the body as we come down and hover, and then come back up using that quad here. Last time, as those hips go back, this time we're going to find holding in stillness. We'll drop down onto the forearms here. Hips are not resting on the heel. They're in between that kneeling position and the foot. So find what's comfortable for you that you can sustain here for 5 rounds of breath. The mind listens to the breath. Finishing that last round here. Slowly return the hips back to that neutral position. Good. We'll walk that left hand about a half or a handprint forward. We're going to take the right arm and slide it under the body, coming into that thread needle, reaching for the left toe. So dropping down to the outer tip of the right shoulder and the temple on the head. So option here is just stay right here and feel into where you feel the stretch. It might be in the left inner thigh. It might be in the outer right hip. It could be the opening through that right shoulder. Just feel into your body. Again, the breath is fluid and the belly is in, supporting a nice straight spine. You can walk the fingertips of the left hand to the left corner of the mat, getting a nice side stretch. As you deepen the breath, if you want to change the pose a little bit, walk those fingertips to the right corner of the mat and notice how that rotates your chest and the elbow, the left elbow points up to the ceiling. Again, monitor the movement with your breath. And if it feels good for you this morning, you can extend the left arm to the ceiling and take that half bind, bringing the hand, the back of the hand to the sideways or to rest right on the back body. Again, we use that leverage, pressing the back of the hand into the body to send the upper shoulder tip down and away. Taking in a nice full deep breath here. And on the exhale, see where you can find some ease here. What are you holding on to that you don't need to? Just let the body relax into a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a shoulder opening, and a little bit of a leg extension. One more full deep breath. Transitioning to come out, if you have the bind, release the bind and bring the left hand to push-up position right next to the face. If the arms extended forward, just walk the fingertips back so you can press into that left palm, slide the right hand out, take the little bit of a counter stretch, and then bring the right hand back down to the mat, right underneath the shoulder. Pressing in again to the palms, draw in the belly, and let's take a walk with those fingertips forward, like heart-melting pose, so the hips stay back, the belly is in, so we have a nice straight spine. Maybe the forehead comes down to the mat, or maybe it hits a block, something to support it. As you draw the belly in and take a nice breath, see on the exhale if you can walk the fingertips a little bit further, coming down and opening up the soft tissue underneath the arms, finding a little bit of stretch through the shoulders, the deltoids. Good. Draw another full deep breath in. And then walk the hands back, right back underneath the shoulders. Again, fingers spread wide. Good. As you draw the belly in, we're going to take that left leg and we're going to swing it behind us. So I'm going to change the view here. Coming into half of a bird dog pose. So my right toes are tucked under, getting a nice little stretch there into the right foot.
The left leg is extended right out of the hip. Left foot is flexed. Maybe pick up the right hand, bring it to your sacrum just to check if the hips are nice and level here. It's also a nice balance move. Good. So from here, again, belly is in to support the spine. Maybe you extend the right arm forward. So you press through that back heel, you reach through the right fingers, and you breathe nice, fluid, steady breaths. 3 more. Good. On your next inhale, again, get nice and long, a nice diagonal stretch through the spine. Keep pressing through that left palm. And as you're ready, we'll take that elbow to knee, comes together at the center of your body, and then extend on the inhale. We'll take 4. So exhale all the air out as the elbow and the knee come together. And then inhale as you stretch long. Keep pressing the left palm. 3 more on your own. And as you finish, hold the extension. We'll take 1 more full round of breath here. Drop the right fingers down. So both hands now are flat on your mat. Squeeze the elbows in. We're going to take 5 half push-ups here. So halfway down, keep looking straight down at your mat. Take the big inhale, belly's in. Exhale, lower any amount, and the back leg lifts. Inhale, press up. Keep the heel pressing away, and take 4 on your own. And last one, press up. Good. Draw the left knee in to meet the right. Knees touch. Flatten the feet. Hips come to the heels, and walk the hands forward. So getting some weight out of that left wrist. Maybe flip the palms. Take a moment to make a fist and squeeze those knuckles in towards the inner arm. And then release and open up the fingers wide. Make that fist, squeeze in. Open up the fingers wide. Last time, make the fist, squeeze it in. Change the stretch by bringing the knuckles together like a fist bump. Then send the knuckles away from each other, right and left, stretching through the inner wrist. Bring the knuckles back together in that fist bump. Send the thumbs away from you. Send the thumbs towards you. Good, and then just open up the arms. Take a moment here, flip the palms back. Find the extension again through the spine. Big breath in. Whole back body breathing here. Beautiful. And then we'll return to that all fours position, and we'll switch sides. So again, we stack through the joints, we spread the fingers wide. Good. Right leg extends directly out to the right from the hip. Toes again pointing forward. Drawing in the belly, gaze is straight down. Press through those palms so you feel some roundness through the upper shoulders. And then just begin little circles with the right knee. So just warming up into the hip, into the knee. Take it on the reverse for maybe 5 or 6. And then find that neutral position again. And we're going to set those hips back towards that left heel, halfway, and then inhale, we'll bring it back up. Exhale, set the hips back, all the air out. Inhale, draws it back. We'll take 4 more, nice and slow here. Using the power of the quad. Getting a nice stretch into the right inner thigh. Outside of the right ankle. Keep the breath flowing here. Good, 1 more. And as you come back up, good. We're gonna hover this one now. So setting the hips back any amount that you can sustain. Drop down onto your forearms. Draw the belly in. See if you can relax the body here. Keep setting those hips back, not in a resting position, holding and hovering. 5 full rounds of breath. As you're ready, we'll pull back up onto the palms. This time, walking that right hand about a palm print up so that we can pick up the left, send the arm out to the side, and then weave the left arm underneath, finding you thread the needle on this side, like you're reaching for that big toe on the right foot. Really reach with those fingers, maybe dropping onto the left shoulder tip and the left temple. Drawing in the belly, the spine is nice and straight. Option to walk the fingers forward again, getting a nice stretch from the fingers right to the hip joints. Taking in a breath there. If you did so on the other side, maybe walking those fingertips to the left corner of the mat and allowing that to rotate your chest open further with that elbow pointing up into the air. Finding your breath here. Or finding that half bind by bending the right elbow and bringing the hand behind you. Use that back of the hand to press in and to rotate the chest. Send the shoulder tip down. And enjoy 3 rounds of breath here. Again, notice where you feel this. This is like a 5-for-1 posture. All right, 1 more full breath. Releasing the bind, bringing the hand to push up. If your arm is extended at the top of the mat, just walk the fingertips back, press into that right palm, release that left arm, let it flow up, and then come back down to the mat. Again, setting yourself back up here, draw the belly in, and let's walk those hands forward, again for heart-melting pose. As those fingertips go forward, the hips stay back, and we drop the chest and the forehead down. We keep it really active in the spine, so there's no sloping or arching of the spine, so keep the belly drawn in. Taking in the full inhale, draw that belly in. Maybe there's a little more room to reach those fingertips forward. Wherever you land, then soften through those shoulders so that you can feel the stretch in the underarms, the outer shoulders, through the shoulder blades. 2 breaths here. Preparing to come out. We'll press back into those hands. Walk them back underneath the shoulders. Good. We're going to take the right leg. We're going to swing it behind us. We're going to just change the angle of the view here. Good. So press the right heel away from you. And just like we did on the other side, tuck the belly in, press through that right palm. Maybe use that left hand to come behind you to feel that the hips are nice and level, a nice level shelf. Left hand comes back down. Take a full breath. And then we'll extend the left arm forward, reach through the left fingertips. So fingertips totally away, heel presses back. Taking in a breath here. And we'll do the elbow to knee. So the inhale, we stretch long. On the exhale, we curl everything in the center, elbow towards the knee. Inhale, extend everything away from each other. Exhale, draws it in. 3 more on your own. Last one, let's hold it, full rounded breath. Draw that belly in, support a nice firm core here. Fingers reach, heel presses, big breath in, and a slow breath out. Left hand comes down to the mat. Again, we spread both hands wide, tucking in those elbows. We'll do that nose towards the mat with the heel rising, half push-ups. On your inhale, breathe in. On the exhale, lower any amount, lift the leg. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lower, lift. Or on your own. Finishing up this last one. Right knee joins the left. Tuck the toes under. Sink the hips back to the heels. Belly rests on the thighs. Again, extend the fingertips and let the chest fall. Head supported by your mat or your block. And as you rest here, we'll bring the hands to prayer in front of us. So the blade edge of the hands rest on the mat. The fingertips press and the palms press together. Taking in a breath. Lift the prayer hands to the ceiling. Walk the elbows maybe a little bit further. So beginning again to stretch. If it's there for you, bring the thumbs to touch on the back body. So a nice stretch into the triceps. Keep the elbows as far forward as you can. The hips as low as you can. And the breath as full as you can. One more breath. Release the prayer, the hands come down to the mat. Good. Bring the palms right underneath the shoulders. Now again, feet are tucked, toes are tucked under. Press your way up. A little bit of intensive toe pose. Good. So if it's there for you, sitting up on the heels. If you need a block, if you need to come up just a bit, or if you need your hands, you can use your hands to help support some of the body weight. Take what you can. It's not meant to feel good. This is intense. So if you can, come upright, draw in your belly, soften the shoulders, bring the hands to prayer in front of you. And we're going to circle through the wrist. So we're going to send the fingertips away from us, down, the back of the hands come together, and back up. Nice and slow, get all the tension, strain out of the wrists, and you won't even notice your toes. 2 more this direction. And then reverse it for the opposite direction. So the fingertips come towards you, down and around. Breath is easy. Nice. One more. Good. Bring the hands down to the mat. Nice and easy, untuck the toes. Press down now, the toes come onto the tops of your feet as you press down into the mat, not hard, just enough that you feel the counter stretch through the toe joints, but also a nice stretch to the top of the foot. And maybe paddle it out a little bit, get some blood flow back in there. Good. From your tabletop position, take the right hand, flip it around so the thumb is out, the inner wrist goes forward, and the fingers point down towards your body. All right, so you're still on the palm, but you're at a reverse than your left hand. Okay, if you're there, good, that thumb is out. Now we're gonna peel the hand off of the mat as slow as we can, bringing some stretch into the palm and really opening up the finger joints. So as you're ready again, belly's drawn in. Begin to lift the heel of the hand really slow. Coming now onto the finger joints, the knuckles. Keep pressing those fingers down as you keep peeling the hand up. Come onto the fingertips and then shake out the hand. Right hand to the mat, pick up the left hand, same thing. Just switch it around. So the left thumb points out towards the left. Good, the fingers point towards the left knee. And the inner wrist is pointing towards the top of the mat. Same thing, we're gonna press into the palm and then very slowly, it's intense, begin to peel the heel of the hand from the mat. Coming past the palms to the knuckles, keep pressing those finger pads in as you begin to lift nice and slow through the finger joints, coming onto the tips. Good, release, let's shake that out. Good, planting both hands now, making our way to downward facing dog. So spread the fingers wide, shoulder distance apart, tuck the toes under, and lift the hips up towards the ceiling first, then send them back behind you. So let's set up the upper body first. So the hips go back, the head hangs like you could look at your belly button. We press the palms into the mat and away like we could separate them back. That gets the weight out of the wrists. The eyes of the elbows face each other, and then press your way back. So you've got this nice long line from the tailbone through the shoulders to the fingers. One at a time, lower maybe the left heel. Then raise the left heel and lower the right. And continue alternating right and left, maybe each time, allowing that heel to come just a little bit closer to the mat. Keep pressing those palms away. Belly's in, and no reason to hold on to the weight of the head. Head hangs and the neck is free. Come up onto the balls of the feet now. Bend the knees, look at your thumbs, and take some baby steps to the top of the mat. As you arrive at the top of the mat, you'll find your forward fold. Again, feet hip distance. Rest the belly on the thighs. Let the arms and the head dangle here. Again, the whole upper body drapes over the legs. We let the shoulders relax, the arms relax, the hands just resting lightly on the mat. Feeling the length again as we bring space into the spinal cord. Knees as bent as you need them to be. Hopefully you get a little bit of feeling of a stretch in the back of the legs, but keep the knees bent as we begin here. And then nice and slow, we're going to roll our way up to stand. We're gonna reach the arms out and reach the arms up overhead. Let the hands find prayer. Send the prayer to the heavens, and then maybe the palms behind you as you take a gentle standing back bend. Then draw the prayer through heart center, take that forward fold again. Everything hangs. Halfway lift, nice straight spine, looking straight down, chest is forward. Exhale, release and fold. Draw yourself right back up, extend the arms out, extend the arms up, maybe find that gentle back bend and flow down again, forward fold. Big inhale as you half lift. Exhale, release and fold. Maybe the hands follow the legs of the body, holding on as you rise up, arms up, gentle back bend. Twice more on your own. Taking your time to finish nice and easy here. We'll meet in prayer Tadasana, top of the mat. Closing down the eyes, feeling into the foundation of our feet. The equal distribution of weight. The power that we carry in our feet and our legs and our hips. But at the same time, noticing the lightness of the belly and the heart and the face. Taking in a nice full deep breath here. Exhale slow. On your inhale, reach those arms out and up overhead. This time we'll swan dive forward, so arms to the side, palms down. As you forward fold, straight spine, fingertips to the mat. Find your lift and find your fold. Nice. Left foot's going to step all the way back. Again, separate the feet so that you've got some nice stability here. Good. Back heel is up. Take a moment, use your blocks, use your fingertips. Send the chest forward, get nice and long. Draw the belly in. Sink the hips down. Drop that knee, left knee down, and untuck the toes. Again, we're maintaining that lift of the chest and length in the spine. As you draw the hips forward, again, maybe you feel the psoas, the hip flexor on the left side. Again, just use your breath to soften into the pose. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, we're just going to peel those hips back. Straighten through that front leg initially. Keep that front foot down. So we get this nice stretch through the front of the ankle and the top of the foot. Press down through those toe pads. Good. Walk the hands back as you come back into low lunge. Peel it back for your half splits. Keep the foot flat. Walk it forward. Low lunge. Heart lifts. Last time, come back into your half splits. Walking those fingertips again so they're underneath your shoulders or the blocks. And this time we will raise the toes. Press in through that heel. Press the heel away. Toes lift, maybe flare. Again, find the length in the spine. We're not collapsing here. Belly is in. And the gaze is at the toes. So we think heart to toes, not head to knee. Drop the pinky toe over to the right. Taking in a full breath, bring it back to center. Exhale, big toe to the left. Inhale back to center, press through that heel. Both hands to the outside of the right leg, a little side stretch as the hips stay stationary, even with each other. Nice. Bring the left hand back. Walk the fingertips forward as you lower the right foot. Last time in that low lunge. Option to take the quad stretch any way that you want. Just lifting that heel to engage the quad. Maybe holding it here for a breath. Maybe reaching back for the ankle or the foot to draw it in a little bit closer. A deeper stretch for the quad. Chest is lifted, gaze is forward. Great, release that. So tuck the left toes, lift the back knee, plant the left hand flat on your mat, and let's take a twist here. So initially, the right hand can come to the outer thigh as you rotate to the right. It can come to the sacrum to open up the chest, or you can stack through the shoulders, reaching the fingers to the ceiling. Wherever you are, deep breath. Nice, circle that arm down towards the hips, up and around. Big circles right into the shoulder. And let's reverse and take it the opposite way. And then planting the right hand down, take a baby hop, come to the top of your mat to find a fold. Again, draw that belly in and let the whole upper body just dangle down. Halfway lift, draws the belly in, shoulders squeeze in, chest lifts. And exhale, we fold deeper. Planting the fingertips, block or the mat. The right foot's going to step back. Sorry, left foot's going to step back. Separate the feet. Whatever knee is forward before, we're not using, use the opposite. Good. So again, pressing into your fingertips. I have my left foot forward now, right leg back. Good. Right heel is up, draw in the belly. Again, chest lifts. Nice active spine and core. Taking in a full breath. Next inhale, we're going to lower the right knee down and untuck the toes. Press back into your blocks or the mat. Lift that chest up. See that your hips are nice and level. And as you bring those hips forward, feeling into the psoas, the right hip flexor here. Nice full breath. And we'll move into that half splits, hamstring stretch with the foot down. So begin to peel the hips back, walk the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Hover the hips here as you begin to feel the opening through the back of the leg and a stretch in the front of the ankle, top of the left foot. Draw the belly in, press into your blocks or the mat, send the chest forward. Taking in the inhale. Stay with the exhale. Inhale, let's walk it forward. Come back to your low lunge. Beautiful, we'll take it back. Again, foot stays flat initially. Walk it forward. And again back. This time we'll hold back, half splits. Begin to peel the toes up towards the ceiling. Good, maybe press that heel down and away. Again, we think heart to toes. So we have a nice straight uplifted spine. Belly is scooped in and under. Spreading those toes wide. Taking in a full breath. Then we'll drop the left pinky toe over to the left. Just a different stretch. We have 3 hamstrings going on here, so that's just a different stretch into the hamstring. Inhale, bring the toes back to center, and then drop the big toe over towards the right. Draw that belly in. Toes come back up to center. Again, press that heel down and away, flare the toes. Toes are flexed, foot is flexed. Good, we're gonna bring the right hand across the left leg, taking a stretch here into the side body. Maintain level, straight hips here. Big breath. Right hand comes back. Begin to walk yourself forward, coming back into that low lunge. Lift the chest, and then we'll work into the right quad here by lifting the right heel any amount, just so that you feel the quad engage. If you feel open, you can always grab for that ankle to draw it in a little bit deeper. Keep that left knee pointing straight forward so it's not flaying out either way. Lift the chest up. Take one more breath. Gently release the right foot down to the mat. Lift the knee. So now you're in your runner's lunge. Plant the right hand flat on the mat, and we're going to take the twist here. So again, left hand can come to the left outer hip. It can come to the sacrum to begin the twist, or you can raise the left arm to the ceiling, stacking through the shoulders. Press down through that bottom palm as you reach through the top fingers. Full breath here. And then we'll circle that top arm. So it's going to come down towards the hips, towards the ground, and forward, back up to the ceiling. So take about 3 nice big circles. And reverse the opposite way. Looking right into the shoulder joint. And then place the left hand inside. So you have both hands inside that left foot. Begin to walk yourself to the long edge of the mat. Pigeon toe the feet, so toes are in, heels are slightly out. Bring the hands to the hip crease, a gentle bend into your knees, and rise up to a stand. Nice. Take a time here. We're going to pivot the left foot to the top of the mat. The back foot is parallel or slightly forward. Bend into the left knee. Again, the hips and the shoulders are right in line. The belly button and the pelvis is your centering spot here. Good. Taking in a breath, extend the arms for your warrior two. So keep the gaze nice and easy over the middle finger. We're going to flow this 5 times. So reach out through the fingers. Big inhale. Slow exhale. On your next inhale, straighten through the left leg as the arms lift. Palms touch. Good. Inhale. Warrior two. Sink it down. Good. Inhale. Reach. Get nice and long. Finger pads touch. Exhale. Warrior two. Maybe sink deeper. Take 3 more. Every movement leads from the breath. Holding warrior two as you finish that round. Hands to the waist. Straighten the left leg. Pivot it back so it's parallel or slightly forward from that top of the mat. As you send the right foot directly pointing towards the opposite way. Bend into the knee. Settle again the hips. Draw the core, the pelvic floor in. Soften the shoulders and extend the arms. Soft shoulders, soft face, soft breath, soft gaze. Full breath in. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit further. Now we're going to flow this. So when you're ready for the inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms, find the prayer, let the finger pads, palms touch, and then come back, warrior two on the exhale. 4 more, inhale, we reach and rise. Exhale, warrior two. On your own now. Maybe each warrior two, you come down a little bit further. You notice that that knee stays right in line with the second toe. Don't let that knee fall in. Last one here. Hold your two. Hands come to the waist. Straighten the right leg. Pivot the foot back around and heel toe the feet into center. We're going to make our way down onto our back body. So any way that you would like to get there. If you want to squat to go down, always a good option. But support yourself where you need the support. Drop your seat down. Hands behind the knee crease or the hamstrings. Tuck that chin in so you feel a nice long back of the neck. Begin to round low back, mid back. Shoulders hit the mat. Head hits the mat as the knees come into the chest. Draw them in. Again, enjoy the tailbone rounding up and a little stretch through the low back. Good. Drop the feet into its bridge position here. So the heels, you can take your fingertips and you can touch the heels. They're directly behind the hip points. Good. The feet are parallel. The hands rest beside the body, palm down. Take a little bit of a tuck into the pelvis. So lift the tailbone just a bit to tuck in so that you feel the entire spine supported by the mat. Squeeze those shoulder tips in so that these shoulders drop down. And we're going to flow 5 bridges here. So again, tuck the belly in, scoop it in, and as you're ready, take the inhale, press into your heels, lift the hips, lift the arms. So at the end of your inhale, see if you can time it that the back of the hands hit overhead, the knees reach forward, nice slope. So then your exhale, nice and slow, everything comes down to the mat, maybe timing it to the end of the exhale. 4 more on your own. Big inhale. We lift everything, stretch long. Slow exhale brings everything down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, down. 2 more. Finishing that last one. Heel toe the feet to the sides of the mat. Again, toes pointing forward. Take those arms out, touch to a T, palms down. Again, reach to those fingers so that you feel this expansion across the collarbone, down the arms to the fingers. And then keep the right knee pointing towards the ceiling. Drop the left knee in towards the center of the mat. Just let it fall. The stretch to the outer hip, through the outer thigh, the IT bend. Keep pressing that knee towards the mat.
Inhale, left knee comes up, and let's drop the right knee in, noticing any difference here. Again, just let it, gentle pressure to bring that knee down towards the mat. Doesn't have to touch, just enough that you feel the sensation, the stretch through that outer hip, maybe the quad and the outer thigh. Switch it out again, right knee comes up, left knee sinks in. Noticing your breath here, upper body should be totally relaxed. So with that left knee in towards the mat, pick up that right foot and place the outside of the right ankle on top of the outer left thigh. Let the weight of the ankle deepen the stretch here. So again, we want the body to be relaxed, the breath to be fluid, and the mind to really notice all the sensations that are running through the body. One more breath. Releasing now the right ankle, draw the knees back up. Take a moment here to feel the levelness of the sacrum and the hip points. Before we go anywhere, upper body soft, and then drop the right knee into center. Left knee still remains up. So again, to the point of that sensation, no reason to force this. We'll add the extra weight by picking up the left ankle, placing it on top of the right outer thigh, and letting the weight of that left ankle deepen the stretch. If it doesn't feel good, don't use the extra weight. Just use the right leg down. Breathe into where you can actually hit that relaxation response here so that you're not tightening or clenching through the hips. One more full breath. Then release that left ankle. Both knees gently come up. Realign again those hip points so that you feel a nice straight sacrum, and then gently back and forth here. Just wash all that out. Heel toe the feet back to center. Draw those knees back in. Give them a squeeze. Again, let that low back round. And then drop that tailbone down. Just take a couple circles like we did before, just to wash out through the hips. Reverse it for a couple circles. One more good morning hug to the body that you love. And then stretch it out. Let's find our final resting pose. So you can find legs at the wall, legs resting on your couch or your coffee table, wherever you are. Feet flop open. Let the legs be heavy, the hips be heavy. A very soft belly. Squeeze those shoulder blades underneath you as you release the arms to the side, palms up. Tuck that chin into the throat just a bit so that we've got some length in the neck. Close down your eyes. Take a nice full deep breath in through the nose that we're going to release with a big on the exhale. So big breath in, fill the body. Exhale out the mouth, sigh it out. And enjoy, my friends, a couple moments of quiet stillness with yourself. Shavasana. Become aware of your next inhale now by taking a full deep inhale in through the nose. Allow that inhale to fill the chest and the ribs. And exhale nice and slow. Bring the thumb pads and lightly touch the forefinger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky. Open the hand and it goes pinky, ring finger, middle finger, and index finger. Let the hands relax. Flare the toes. Pinch them in. Make a little fist with the toes. Flare the toes. Wake them up and pinch them in. Slide the heels together. Slide the arms overhead. One last big stretch to close the practice. Then draw the knees in, roll over to one side, coming to whatever comfortable seat suits you this morning. Nice straight spine, hands to prayer, bow your head to your heart. In gratitude for the inner wisdom that brought you to your practice this morning, I thank you for your practice with me. I thank you for your practice with each other. May you feel safe, may you feel happy, and may you feel at peace. Namaste, my friend.